Hey family, how y'all doing today? It's Saturday and I gotta talk to y'all about some real stuff. Okay, and I know a few people might not be happy about what I'm gonna say, and I don't care because I'm gonna say it anyway because it has to be said. We have to stop worrying about somebody getting mad at us because we say something, you know, and it offends them because we have to not do that. Um, when I say things, okay, it's not to kick somebody's back in, it's not to criticize them. Sometimes it might not even be about them. Like if I say something and if I mention your name, then you have every right to get mad, to call me, to talk to me or curse me out or whatever you want to do or banish me, never speak to me again or what have you. You have every right to do that. Um, you have every right to do that even if I don't say your name. But I mean, you would be within your rights to do that. It would be justified. So I make it a point, even though my videos, when I put them on Facebook and when I will soon upload them on YouTube, I will never say a name. But if we have a conversation and I go and have a discussion about something that pertains to, that conversation, not our actual conversation, but something, that's like, um, containing or like that conversation that we had. There's no reason for you to get mad because I'm not mentioning your name. I'm not saying anything about you. And secondly, all my videos go out to family. I don't have my Facebook and my YouTube are both customized to where it's just family. Excuse me. So, we already know, basically, some of us. But when I say things, I don't just say things to kick you back in. I also say things to help you. If I'm going to criticize something that you're doing, I'm going to also say, but this is what you can do, or this is the right thing to do, or the correct thing to do. I'm not just going to say, oh, you're doing this and you're doing that and you ain't no good and this and that and bam, and that's it. Because you're going to be like, well, okay, if I'm doing something wrong, then what's the right thing? Maybe you honestly don't know. It might be a situation that you're in for the very first time in your life and you don't know what the right thing is, but you're listening to other people and you're trying to gather the information, but there's conflicting, ideas or conflicting opinions or conflicting information that you're getting, and you actually don't know what to do, so you're doing the best you can. But maybe what you're doing is not the right thing, or maybe you're not doing enough. So that's where, if I see that, I come in because I want to help. Um, a lot of times, if I'm talking to a person on the phone and they say something, at the time I might not think about it. But after I sit and I think and I research and I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. And you know what? This could possibly help somebody else. So let me make a video and let me do it. Okay, so that way I'm sharing with the person and I'm sharing with other people that might have the same issue. You never know. Or maybe that person knows somebody that's having that issue and they could say, hey, A, B, C, and D. Okay, now I will put in a disclaimer before I say anything that I am no doctor. Okay, sometimes I like to think that I know just as much as a doctor. but I am no doctor. So the information that I give you is the information that I give you. But at the end of the conversation, I will always say go and check with your doctor because I'm no doctor, especially if it's medical information. Now, if it's just my opinion or something that I researched and I read, then I'll let you know that also. So, either way, you know, but just know that I am not a doctor. Um, but I would like to talk about first is entitlement. And family, understand. Like I said, these are events that our family is either going through right now or might be going through or have gone through. Doesn't actually mean that I'm talking about you. Because if I have something to say to you, I'll call you and talk to you. I'll say it, because that's how I am. But if I don't do that, then it's not pertaining to you. So there's nothing for you to get mad about unless you just want to get mad. You just want to get mad, then so be it. That's your life. Now, entitlement. We all know what entitlement means, you know. Um, I will start off by saying it like this because I hear not just my family, but people in the community, world events, everything in general. I wrap it all up. So even though I'm just talking to family and friends, it's not just about family and friends. It's about everything because I go a lot of places. I work in a hospital, so I see a lot of different things. I work in healthcare, so I see a lot of different things and I hear a lot of different things. So it's not, pertaining to anyone in my family per se, most of the time. Um, but it's like, when our elderly people, our elderly family, our loved ones, when they get old and they need help, as their children or their grandchildren, if they have any, or even as a niece or a nephew or a brother or sister, it is our moral, moral, not legal, moral obligation to take care of them, to help them with no strings attached, not expecting to get anything in return. It is our moral duty to take care of them. Now, as a parent myself, I would hope that one day when I get old and gray, which is coming, and per se, I will maybe need to live with a child of mine. Hopefully not. I plan on having my own place and having a home health aide come in and take care of me. And I could live on the same property as my parents, my children. My house can even be next to my children's house, but I want to have my own place. It's just how I am. It's trust me. But but I love my children. But mom needs her space, just like you need your space, and we understand that. We gotta understand. So with that being said, sometimes, speaking as the older person, we live our life in ways that might not be possible. Some of us aren't homeowners. Some of us don't have a lot of money, and, to where we could do something like that. So we are left to have to stay with someone else. That's where it gets hard, okay? Now, sometimes, you're able to draw Social Security, or Or if you had a good job in your younger years, you might have a pension, some type of retirement plan or something of that nature. Um, but if you do not, then you are solely relying on a family member. And that can be hard. Um, it can be hard financially, it can be hard physically, it can be hard emotionally, mentally, it can be hard. Um, and, you know, I can't fault, I can't fault someone for not wanting to take on that responsibility. You have a child, you raise that child as best as you can, take care of that child. They get older and you get older, and then you need them to take care of you because you're old. Um, and they don't. For whatever reason, maybe they, have gotten married or have kids of their own or, with their significant other and they just don't want to be bothered or whatever. No, they just don't. Is that wrong? Morally, yes, that's fucked up. Um, but are they obligated? Morally, yes, but they're not legally obligated. You can't call the cops and say, "Oh, I'm, old now, and I need my child to take care of me," and they won't. They're gonna say, I'm sorry to hear that, but there's some nice nursing homes or assisted livings, in the area. Maybe you can get in one of them." They're not legally obligated. Um, they're not obligated, period. But when you want to throw morals in the mix, morally, yeah, you should. You should take care of your parents. You should want to because they took care of you and they did the best that they could by you. Now if they weren't a good parent and they didn't do all that stuff and then later on here they come, then, well, if you have a good heart, you're probably still going to want to help. That's all I got to say about that one. But anyway, you know, if you choose to take care of your parent, do it out of the kindness and graciousness of your heart. Do it because you would want the same for yourself. Okay? And we all know what goes around comes around. Okay? Parents are not perfect. Okay? I wasn't the perfect parent. I don't think anybody else out there is the perfect parent. A lot of my problem was I started off young being a parent. So I sometimes was more of a friend than a parent. Sometimes I overcompensated because maybe the other parent wasn't around. So I felt like I had to do more for that child so they wouldn't miss out. Um, and sometimes I just, because I like to spoil children. And so that's what I do. So I just spoil children. Regardless, though. Um, but, I say that to parents are not perfect. Like they say, there is no instruction manual, given to us to tell us how to raise our children. We just do the best as we can, and, you know, pray or send out positive affirmations or ask other family members or whatever, for help. And we do the best as we can. Okay. Um, it's not easy being a parent. It is not. It is a 24/7 job. You never have a day off. You are going to miss sleep. You're not going to get a lot of sleep. Not going to get a lot of rest. You're not going to get a lot of me time. You're you have to focus and take care of that child. That child is your main responsibility. You have to focus on that child. And even if you're married and it's, you and your husband, or you and your wife, you still have to, then it's both of y'all not gonna get any sleep. Like you still have to take care of that kid. Doesn't matter. With two people, it's a little bit easier because you can share the responsibility. But, you know, it's just the way it is sometimes. But I say that with saying, your parent does the best that they can. Um, if you have that type of parent that did the best that they could, they fed you, they housed you, they put clothes on your back, they, you know, did the best that they could by you, then you should. They more than likely instilled values in you that would want to, make you want to take care of them when they get older. Um, and I know, my daughter, she's like that, Mom, I'm going to take care of you when you get home. You're going to come and stay with me, I'm like, okay, you know. But she's not obligated to do so. If she does so, she'll be doing it out of the kindness of her heart. And, I appreciate it. I'm hoping that I don't get to that point of where I actually have to live with her. Like I told her, my house can be on her property next to her house. But I don't want my own house. Um, but anyway, um, I will also say this because I heard something disturbing and I didn't quite like it. And like I said, I'm not going to call out names or anything like that because that's not what this is about. But it was brought to my attention that when you do something for someone, whether it's a parent, a sister, a brother, a child, a spouse, whoever, whatever, a stranger even, when you do something for someone, you should do it out of the kindness of your heart. And you should never say, you owe me. You should never say that. That is a very ugly, ugly attitude to have. If someone needs something and you have it to give and you give it, but then you want to try to throw something back in their face later on for whatever reason it may be, that is very ugly. You shouldn't do things like that. You shouldn't do things like that. And I'm not like the Christian type person that will say, oh, God's going to punish you if you do. It has nothing to do with religion with me. Okay? I'm a universal person. It's about the universe. The universe is not going to give you your just rewards if you have that type of attitude and that type of mindset. It's not right. It's not right, family. It's not. I can understand, you maybe not really wanting to help someone, but you help them anyway. And maybe you help them many times. And maybe they burn you many times. And you're just like, well, fuck it. I ain't going to help them no more. I'm tired of this. Every time I help them, they steal from me. They take from me. They curse me out for no reason. They treat me like crap and I'm the one helping them. Why is that? I can't blame you for not wanting to help them. But you should. You should help them. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but you should help them anyway. Now, if they'll be accepting of the help, it's a different story. But you should offer, you should help. And I say this because of this. Now, this person I am going to put on blast because it's family, but hey, so we all know how each other is. We know how we get down. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this person told me not to call them anymore. So I can't actually call them and talk to them, but I'm going to do this on a video because I know this person watches my videos and I'm going to say it on the video. Now, This person, which happens to be a family member of mine, who is also a drug addict. Okay. A couple of years ago, this person called me and asked me for help. Asked me for money. Now, I'm not rich by no means, okay? We are not rich people, okay? But we might have a little bit of change in our pockets, you know. Um, asked me for money. So I'm like, sure, no problem. Not, $50. Okay. Sent them the money. Had no problem with doing it. And after I sent them the money, I thought about it and I'm like, well, dag, they're not gonna spend it on the right thing. They're saying that they need it for food, but they're probably gonna spend it on something else. They just don't want to tell me, so I shouldn't have did it, but it's too late, it's already done. But I also said to them, okay, look, I live here, over here, and excuse me, there's a way that I could help you. If you come over here, I can help you get you signed into a rehab, help you out, get you on with the medical insurance. Because as soon as you come over to Washington, you get medical insurance like that. Like as soon as the day you get here, you get it like that. You go on the computer, sign up, bam, you got it. Benefits, the works, you know. And I had already did some research of agencies, and I knew of agencies that could help with, going into rehab and doing things of that nature, um, because of the line of work that I'm in. So I already knew. So I'm telling this person, you know, and they're like, they got a little perturbed and was like, well, no, I don't want to do that. This and that and the others, blah, blah, blah. Gave me some song and dance. Okay, whatever. Even kind of stopped talking to me for a minute. Okay, no problem. So, just recently now, I tell you this person doesn't call me, doesn't write me, doesn't text me or anything. If something happens with the family, we might say a couple of words to each other. This person doesn't call me. They got my phone number. I got their phone number. But if you're not going to call me, I'm not going to call you. It's just, whatever. But I still love you. You're still family. It don't matter. But I just want to lay the playing field, okay? So, the only time I hear from this person is when they want something. That's how I'm taking it. So, because that's how it's given. So, this person texts me. Now, it's not even a phone call, it's a text. They text me. And they ask me, for money. They tell me how horrible they feel for having to come to me and ask me, but they ask me anyway. You know, and because they treated a couple of other family members poorly, and I heard about that, I'm like, I'd already put a bad taste in my mouth. But I was still willing to help. But the type of help I was willing to give this person, they did not want to accept. And my help was, I will fly you over here and we will get you into a rehab so you can clean up yourself, so you can better help yourself. That's how I will help you. I will help you help yourself. And I'm not just going to put you in a rehab and leave you in there to rot away. I can have you come to my house on the weekends, because it's an inpatient program. So after you've been there for like a month or two, then they allow you furloughs where you can go and stay out on the weekend, as long as you call and check in, you know, and then you go back and, back and forth type thing. This person basically blessed me out, you know, cursed me out. Um, and said some things that I thought were not very nice. And, it was all, basically to guilt me, to make me feel bad, because I didn't give them what they wanted. And that's what drug addicts do. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Don't call me no more. Don't lose my number. This and that. You supposed to be my sister and blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Now, at first I got a little pissed about it. I'm like, that's fucked up, you know. Then I'm like, okay, that's not right, because I'm trying to help them. But sometimes when you are under the influence of something else, when you are not in your right frame of mind, you're not in the right state of mind, you say things and do things that you should not do. And sometimes you know you're doing it, sometimes you don't know you're doing it. So I say that to say this. Hopefully this person does watch this video. Because I am your sister, I don't have to help you. I'm not obligated to help you. Morally obligated? Yeah, that should help you, morally speaking. And I did. But because it wasn't the type of help you wanted, but it was the type of help you needed, but because you didn't want it, that's on you. That is on you. I do not feel guilty. I do not feel some type of way. I love you, will always love you. The door is always open. So if you ever decide that you do want the help that I'm offering to you, hit me up. My number ain't going to change, 360-228-6986. Or reach me on Facebook Messenger, how you always do. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to help you because I love you, but I will not be used. I will not be talked to any old type of way, and I will not be treated any old type of way. The same respect and love that I give to you, I expect that in return. And if you don't want to do that, or you cannot do that, then you shouldn't contact me until you can do that. Okay? Because like I said, I am not perfect, and I never profess to be, but I will try and help everyone and anyone that I can. Because I know what it's like to need help and not have anyone to help you, or need help and not have people that could help you, but they don't, for whatever reason. I know what it's like. And you know what? Even to those people, I say that's okay. Happened a long time ago, but it's okay. I don't hold any grudges. I wish them the best in life and whatever they're doing. So, just know that I love you. I'm here for you. Didn't really appreciate much what you said to me, but it's okay. I'm still living. I'm still living a good life. And I hope you get to somewhere quick, because I know over there on the East Coast, the weather is crazy. It's a little crazy over here, so I know over there it's bad. So I hope you are not outside. I hope you're not homeless. I hope you are, have some type of shelter, some type of food, some type of, heat, something, You might want to swallow your pride and go back where you were and apologize to these people that you were staying with that were gracious enough to help you, so you can have some type of comfortable setting. But get your mind right and get your life right. Love you.